These images show the devastation of the civil war in Syria. 6 years of war, leaving children and families living in chaos. Half of the country's pre-war population of about 11 million people have been forced to flee their homes, 6 million displaced internally, and 5 million seeking safety in neighboring countries. Lebanon is now the temporary home for more than 1 million Syrian refugees, providing aid to more refugees per capita than any other country in the world, and without setting up any formal refugee camps for fear of permanent resettlement. In May, Baltimore Ravens tight end Benjamin Watson joined a group of pastors on a mission to Lebanon to get a first-hand look at the largest humanitarian crisis of our time. Here's how he describes his experience in his own words.
I have no idea why I decided to go to Lebanon other than my wife said you should go. And when your wife tells you to do something, you do it. I decided to go mainly because I felt like with everything going on, everything we see on the news when it comes to Syria, the crisis, Lebanon, refugees, those sorts of things, I wanted to experience it firsthand.
No blankets, they only have these to protect them.
We went for a week, a very short trip. We were on the ground for about 3 days. So our travel was by van. The first day we were in the Bekaa Valley, which is a few miles from the Syrian border. That's where a lot of they call them informal tent settlements. But one thing that was cool was I would have my phone and I would show the kids a picture of my kids. And I would hold it out to them and they would kind of hide in the tent and then they would peek out of the window and then I said, hey, you know, these are my kids. And then they peek out and eventually they would come out and see, you know, who this stranger is. And a lot of people, they don't lift weights. So walking around with muscles, that was something that all the kids wanted to touch. I got a couple of pictures of the kids hanging on my arm and, you know, just wanted to see what was in there, what was in my bicep. So you try to find ways to connect with them, just to show them that, that people in other parts of the world care about their situation. A lot of times in the United States, at least I've heard that everybody wants to come here. Everybody wants to come to America. You know, they want to leave there and we should just let everybody in. And that's not what I heard from the few families that I talked to. What I heard was we want to go home. We want to go home. See you later, okay? We were in a childhood development center, education center, and around, on the wall there's pictures. You know, kids love to draw pictures. These kids were ages about 6 to 12. And one of the pictures was of a tank and with missiles being shot out of it. And there was a child that was drawn crying, weeping. They said it was a child running away from war. And so I think that part of the reason for me going is to speak about what I saw. And it's to tell people that these are real people with real concerns and real pain. Anytime you go to a different situation out of your comfort zone, whether it be to another country or another neighborhood, or speak to someone else with a different perspective, it changes you a little bit. It makes you think a lot more about your own convictions. When I was in the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon, talking to a Syrian family, sitting in their tent, sitting on the floor, I said, you know what, sir, I don't know exactly why I'm here with you. I don't know exactly everything that I can do, but I will be a voice for you.